about butts on my stream.
Oh, she did
dare
actually say
you?
butts. Oh no.
How dare you talk about butts on my stream?
You're gonna get demonetized.
Ah!
Yo, I just saw that there's a potion testers wanted one.
Try.
Homer is gonna kill that shit.
I thought that said poison. I can't read.
Either way, I
might
think
be
he would have
poison.
done it.
It doesn't really specify.
I was like, poison testers wanted. I'm like, are you testing the poison? Are you? I can't read. Oh my god.
I mean, you'll be testing a potion that could end up being poison.
Well.
Yo, I think my character might die if I do the potion testing thing.
Oh, but that's why we signed that thingy with the thing.
What the thing?
Right?
Homer
I don't know. The last time.
Because my
That
man
doesn't cover you outside of your real department duties. I hate to break it to you.
Oh. Well then, I'm glad we covered that now before I make that commentary. So.
Oh. Good.
Alright, recap.
I
What
demand a
happened last
recap.
time? Y'all signed some paperwork.
Wow.
Echo
We're
got some
law-abiding
weird
citizens.
deja vu.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Homer got
You don't
some
know.
drugs.
You're the one who saw
Help
it.
him with his drugs.
Burn is still shirtless, right?
You got Burnish shirtless.
Good.
No, I can't believe none of us thought about that. Maybe he just looks natural on Gurn.
It just seems normal.
Maybe. At least he has pants, right?
Right?
Right.
See?
Yeah.
Alright.
DM, I need my
Yes.
music. DM.
Okay.
DM.
Yeah.
DM.
Okay.
How's
Or
it feel?
I mean, we could just be, you know,
Good.
standing in silence.
I'm gonna be honest. When you first said DM, I was about to say what? Wait,
Yeah,
no,
you're
it's
usually
not.
you're usually the DM for them, right?
For every DM,
the other
Alex.
campaigns.
Hell yeah.
Only been doing it for 3 years.
That's just for this
Teehee.
campaign too.
Teehee.
For that
Yeah,
campaign.
for just that campaign.
Alex, do you mind grabbing my food when it's done?
Sure.
Thanks. Alright, so you guys are standing in the middle of a plaza by a job billboard.
I'm sorry, who's standing? I'm floating.
Huh? You guys are standing, Echo's floating?
Yes.
Echo be the ultimate vibe over there.
Huh. Rats.
I'm sorry. I'm not standing. I'm crouching.
Ern's squatting?
You can't tell though because it's a difference of like 3 inches.
Echo
Rory
looks. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Rory looks over, sees Gurn on the crouching. Gurn, did you leave without a shirt?
Yes.
Are you cold?
Not really.
Then it's not an issue. Okay.
I think it looks quite nice on him.
It looks natural.
Does it look
Right?
natural?
Well, I mean,
Ern.
How can it look nice on me if there's nothing on me?
well, maybe we're just saying you look great, Gurn.
Exactly, darling. She gives him a wink.
Okay.
Got something in your eye, Echo? No?
Um, no, I'm quite all right.
You gotta teach me how to do that then.
You,
I don't know.
you don't know how to wink.
Don't your eyelids just go together like everyone else's?
Gurnal lizard blink.
Well, Gurn's a lizard. Or a kobold. So it makes sense that he can do it. Wait, is it a tabaxi thing?
I'm not even. No, it's not.
Rory looks to Homer. Homer, can you do that too?
Homer is busy squinting at the job board. His lips are kind of, looks like he's kind of speaking the words that he's seeing on the board. It looks like he's struggling a little bit. He doesn't respond.
I will ask you later then, Homer. Rory goes back to looking at the board.
Huh. Rats. Potion testers. And
Homer
books.
perks up. Potion testing? That sounds nice. What are like alcohol or herbs? Kind of looks to the magical people in the group.
Rory looks at Homer. Potions are, well, they're liquid, usually. Maybe. I don't know, are they the same over here? We don't really use potions anymore.
Did I see the twink hand you a potion earlier?
Yeah, I think that was my first ever potion from this kind of world. I've had plenty of, potions from my old world, but they usually require magical substances in a different sense, if you catch my drift.
I think these potions they aren't, in your way, they aren't what you're thinking, but maybe they do other effects.
Right. Think I know what I want to do. He rubs his hands together excitedly.
I mean, technically, we could do all of these.
Do they have a time limit?
Well, we can see about the potion testing. See about the books. The more hands-on things seem to be the delivery and the rats.
I have a question, though. What does it mean by discreet delivery team? That would require more than one person, wouldn't it?
Probably.
I mean, it pays a very decent sum, but I mean, let's look at us. We're not exactly the most discreet people here.
Oh, I can be very
Or-
discreet. And
You do have...
she takes her tail and like waves it over herself, but as it's going as it waves over things, she starts to disappear, and except for her eyes.
Rory looks in astonishment. Echo, you have invisibility powers?
Yes.
Does that spell work on other people?
No, it's just me. And it's not quite a spell, at least not for me.
Oh. Rory's eyes open wide. You could barely see your eyes, too. I think that's the only thing that is visible, but it's so faint. Rory
So-
looks back to the board.
So I think if we want the best results, we do all that we can.
Homer nods in agreement. Why don't, here's an idea. Why don't we do all the results and at the same time, I do the potion testing. It'll be a fun time. I'll be relaxed or not, and we can get. He kind of spits it out. Money.
Rory looks at Homer and back at the board. Homer, you are aware you have to sign a waiver again, right? Or another thing. Right?
Wait, this is Felly talking. What did you say?
You are aware. Oh, Rory's asking Homer if he's aware there's something he has to sign again.
Oh, waiver schmaver. It'll be fine. I have been using about every potion, and he says little air quotations with the word potion, under the sun way longer than you, kid. Probably about, he kind of squints at you, trying to determine your age. Can I roll a check for that, DM?
You can give me an insight check.
Sure.
Oh man, that's the second one I had to gauge again.
I just click insight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Oh, that
Pretty good.
that's hot. Mm-hmm.
So, what age does Homer see from that 21 inside check? So,
Huh. I was just gonna like take the number and add 5, but that's the age that Rory's trying to portray right now, or at least a little bit younger than that, like maybe a year or two younger than that. But he's not 21, so I'm trying to see if like he's supposed to be guessing it right in that regard. I would say since it's a high number, I would say be a little closer to his actual age and surprise Rory.
Homer kind of, as he's taking like a closer glance and kind of putting things together, he kind of goes, "Oh, actually, maybe I've only probably been doing this about twice as long your age, but regardless, I'll be fine."
Rory looks at Homer and then kind of mutters under his breath, maybe Homer's younger than I think he is. Well, Homer, because there's a waiver, if you want me to go with you just to make sure you'll be okay. And then if you help me find the books for later, I'm not sure if I could travel as fast as on my own. And books are heavy. If you can help me with that, I can help you with your potions.
Homer scratches his chin and looks up thoughtfully, and then he's like, sounds like a good deal, kid. If you want any of the extra potions I'm sipping, feel free to. Anything for young, kind of quirks his eyebrow out, man?
Yes? Yes.
Excellent. Homer
Well,
looks to
Echo.
the... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Homer looks to the rest of the party and is like, All right, for the rest of you miscreants, he says that in a mischievous tone. What do you guys want to get started on?
Well, the rats seem tedious. I'm not sure we'll be able to get the books in one go. The potion testing seems like a passive thing. And the highest paying one, well, that seems to be the best, in my opinion. Which would be the delivery.
Wouldn't be
Roy-
the first time I dropped off a package that I didn't know the contents of.
Rory kind of thinks for a bit, and reread some of the board. I think Echo's right that the potions in the books can't be done in one day, but they can be done over time. I feel like we need details from the Grand Library, and the potions needs to be used in the field. So there has to be a reason to use the potions at some point, or at least just so they could record the effects. I think Echo's right that if we do the discrete delivery team thing first, that is the highest payment. And if we are bloodthirsty enough, we could do the rats afterwards.
How big do you suppose the rats are?
If only we had a way to group them up. That'd be easier.
Maybe.
But
What if I turned into a cat? Rounded them up. And then you do all the rest.
I can just shoot them, or Homer could just hit them.
Oh, I'm sure Echo will probably be the best person on this case, but trust me, he wiggles his eyebrows. I have dealt with quite a few rats in my time.
Glad to know.
So where should we head to first? Should we just to see the idea of, because we can I think you're right. We can do all of these, just not in the same day.
Give me a couple grams of meth and I could knock this out in 6 hours, kid. Too bad that we're in a solar court. Ugh.
Does anyone have the map on them? I actually don't know where any of these places are.
Sure. She'll pull out the map that I'm assuming Tyria gave her.
Yes.
Yep.
Is it on the screen now? Oh, it is.
There is.
So where are we on the map right now?
So you
Oh,
guys
Roy,
are.
that's getting out loud.
Wow.
Rory asked out loud, where are we on the map right now?
We're right there.
Huh. You know, I thought this would make more sense when looking at it, but I still don't know where these places are. Rory sighs.
Tyriad did mark, I believe, the library on your map for you, which is actually pretty close, right down. Also in the southern quarter.
Oh. Oh, he did. He did. I remember that now.
Homer kind of squints at the board again. So, I'm not seeing a place to go this potion testing. What's the address?
Oops.
we just say we want to do potion testers, and it just pops in our area. That'd be funny.
I'm sure it's on there, right?
Yes, and it is. That's on me. 1 second.
Homer isn't also the best at reading, if y'all can tell, so easy mistake on his part.
I'm just assuming it's because you are having trouble, like, keeping focus. That's just...
True.
Oh, look, in small script at the bottom, it says where to go.
Oh, wow. The Eye of Newt. Homer.
Homer looks
Rory.
embarrassed. Oh, I was just seeing if you guys could read. He looks shy.
Rory squints his eyes. Echo, how did you read that? That's so tiny.
It must be my cat-like abilities.
Sounds secretive for why they don't want to play the place so obvious, but okay. Sounds legit. That's a reason.
Homer finishes off the beer that he has in his hand and goes to crack open another one, and stands up a little straighter, cracks his back, and says, "All right, we got a game plan. I don't know about y'all. First place I'm stopping is the Eye of Newt." He kind of tries to squint at the board as he's saying that.
Where is the Eye of Newt in this map?
It's in the western quarter.
It's in the western
kind
quarter.
of in the middle.
Homer.
It should probably be more on the outskirts, so probably over here.
Okay. It is marked on the map though, right? Or
the Eye of Newt probably would be.
okay.
It's a giant eyeball and a newt symbol. I'm kidding.
Homer,
Yes.
would you like to make your way there with us, or because we can do the books, and then we can accompany you to the Eye of Newt.
He shrugs. Listen, I've been alone for a long time, lady. It doesn't bother me either way.
I guess it's up to your personal preference.
Libraries looks a little bit pensive. Haven't been to in a long time, but if that's the move. He shrugs again.
Rory stares at the map. Actually, because where Eye of Newt is, if we stop by the library, we could get the details. We could head towards Eye of Newt, and I'll just pick up the books around if we pass by them.
And
right?
let's see, where's the grumpy hog?
So, you guys are here. The library is down here. The Eye of Newt's up here. Grumpy Hog is probably pretty dead center of the western quarter.
Okay.
And then Philandries is up on the river, sort of in this general area.
I thought it was going to be further up by Green Island, but that makes more sense.
Well, we could just do a full-on circle.
So library, sweep to the right towards Eye of Newt, picking up things along the way. Head towards the Grumpy Hog, and basically,
and then we see where we're at with the rats.
Do we just kill rats we see on the way, or are they only by the river?
Well, mind you, we have
wonder.
to bring the bodies after hours.
Ooh, that means we have to carry the rats, don't we?
Yeah. So,
Rory looks at
What's
his
wrong with that?
apparel.
um,
I don't
Do
know
you,
if I'm comfortable carrying
do you
dead
not
rats
normally
in my
carry
pockets.
food with you?
Food.
ugh, they carry diseases.
Darn, I only have one pair of clothes. I can't carry them on me. I am not being naked in that house again for longer than I need to be.
Shit, when did the Black Plague happen?
1800s.
No,
1600s?
no. Keep going.
1700s.
No,
I don't know anymore.
like
Wasn't it like the 1200s?
The bubonic plague?
13, 14, I believe.
History nerd.
I will not allow myself to get the Black Plague.
Oh, it is 1300s. Oh, but it was 1300s
It was
in
around
waves
for
up
quite a
until
while,
like
yeah.
yeah. So I was also right. There was also one in the 1500s and the 1800s.
The
Why do I know that? There were like 3 waves of it: 1300s,
Yeah.
1500s, 1800s.
The famous
Oh.
one was in the 13s, I believe.
Yeah, and the one I'm thinking there was like 2 other waves. Okay, never mind. Because I remember one happened during the Pilgrim era.
Oh.
So
True. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
that's also close to the 1500s.
Also brought rats.
Also,
Yeah.
also, Gurn, you can't not eat these bodies.
Well, no, I'm just saying, what's wrong with carrying a rat with you?
A lot.
Michael,
It's disgusting.
we need a satchel if we're gonna do that one, or a bag. I will not put rats in my pockets. Despite how big these pants look, I will not put rats in them.
I don't even have pockets, darling.
I can
Yeah,
go back
Echo
and
don't
get
even
my
got
shirt.
pockets.
What did Gurn say? Sorry.
I can go back and get my shirt.
Ugh.
I
Darn,
can.
where is it?
Kind of tie it off, turn it into a bag.
Rory kind of just stands there thinking really hard, trying to remember what Gurn's clothes look like.
Echo, you probably would have noticed there would have been like some random sacks and whatnot in the pantry.
Okay. No, we have sacks. At least there's that.
Does this also have to be discreet? Should we swing by our house before we go to the Grumpy Hog then?
Just says drop them off at night.
Would they be mad if we had rats on us too? I feel like this place is too posh for people to be wandering around with rats.
No.
Rory shivers.
This is why that would be the last.
Who cares what these upper class fucks care about? Got getting money. So what does it matter?
As much as I do not care, I do very much care, because that's how you get somewhere in life, is by a little flattery.
They do say everyone's first impression is the most lasting. And people here don't really know us. I mean, we barely
I
know
feel like
each
the
other,
only
but
way I've gotten anywhere is through walking.
let's walk and think about it then. To the library first, so we can inquire. Maybe?
Let's go, darling.
Around this time, Homer, you'd be starting to notice that despite the amount you've been drinking and the weed that you smoked earlier, you're not really feeling much. Like, at most, you're honestly a little bit tipsy, but like, Definitely not the effects that you would be expecting by now.
Good to know.
All right, so you all making your way through the southern quarter to the library?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
walking
wanna
and talking.
roll a survival check for me? See if y'all get lost.
I will.
Go for it. Lead the way, Echo. Yeah, you're fine. Probably
Oh my
take
God.
some detours, but eventually you come to as Tyriad described, the biggest building you've seen so far in this part of the city. Fairly grand looking, marble brickwork.
Rory's mouth goes agape. I've never seen a library this big.
I've never seen a library.
It's glorious. Imagine everything you could find in there. Rory starts muttering to himself in slight pleasantries.
Well, are you just gonna stare at it? Or are you gonna go in?
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. I'll go to. I'm gonna go into the desk. I'm gonna go in and ask for the details. And Rory just kind of awkwardly, just turns around and rushes in.
She's
What is a
gonna
library?
she's gonna trail behind him. Oh,
As you enter, you enter into a massive room. Multiple floors, skylight in the top. There's a picture in the scenery for anyone who cares to look. Generally, sort of what the vibe is. And as you
I'm
walk
sure it's a
in,
great picture.
there's it's in Discord, Alex. You could
Oh,
there's a front desk, and as you walk up, you see an older woman, um, braided hair. At first, you think she's sitting at the desk, and as you approach, you realize she's actually a centaur, and her horse half is sort of like laying on the ground behind the desk. And as you approach, she gives you a friendly nod. Hello, new faces. How can I help you?
real quick, does Gurn see any books?
Oh yeah.
Okay, the second he sees a book, he turns around.
Okay.
does
How do
Echo
you
notice
Imagine
that?
like I imagine like 5 steps into the building and just go, nope.
Yep.
Rory's currently very awestruck. His mouth was agape when he was outside, and his mouth even went wider, and his eyes went super wide, and he stopped moving the minute he walked in. He's like mumbling to himself while his mouth is really wide.
Echo seeing this, will give a small smile to him. She is floating upside down. And she looks at the lady and goes, "Yes, we're here to inquire about your overdue book problem."
Oh yes, you wanted the list?
"Yes, please."
Or of course, any returned, it'll be 1 gold per book. If you're able to actually complete the list and return all of them, there'll be a slight bonus. Should have been mentioned. Unfortunately, we don't have much more information than the names, but do what you can, I suppose.
Alrighty. She'll take the list when it's handed off to her.
She will hand you this. It is posted in the job board.
Can you pin that?
Sure can.
Rory gets out of
Tyriad.
his Rory gets out of his stupor the minute he hears Echo say that. Wait, I'm sorry, Echo. What just happened?
One of these books is from like we have to go find Tyriad.
Wait, what? The does he owe the book? Does he have the book?
He apparently has the book.
Ooh, what's the book called?
Programming 101. Whatever that means.
Rory's face drops. Pardon?
I have no idea what even that is.
Rory scrunches his face. That doesn't sound right. Not you knowing. I'm sorry, Echo. I'm just. Well, he has a book. I'll keep the. But the title's interesting. Oh, Rory looks at the title list. Wait a minute. This also doesn't seem right. How is this book here?
Which book?
He points to the one with Elliot Lightbringer.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There's a guide to the... What's a galaxy?
That's a Well, how do I explain this? We have a book with a similar title in ours, my world, but it's forbidden. So it shouldn't be here. It's interesting though.
Slightly listening in on your conversation, the librarian will clear her throat. Also, as you are all new here, I presume, if any of you happen to have bring any books along with you from wherever it is that you came from, we do have a copying program that will compensate you for allowing us to borrow and copy any books that you may have to add to our collection.
I have a map.
Rory just makes a big O face. So that's how that works. That explains 2 of the books, then.
Well, our archivists may be interested in a map. If you'd be interested in leaving it with us for a day or so, I can compensate you for the time, and we'll get it back to you in one piece.
She will bring out her map of London and slide it over to her.
She'll take it and look it over with interest, and then carefully slotting it into a manila envelope, she'll set it off in a file off to the side, and then pull out a notebook and start writing something down. Thank you very much. If you want to stop by tomorrow, we can get that back to you.
Will do.
Rory watched that scene and decides to inquire to Echo. Echo, what was that a map of, if you don't mind me asking?
The city of London.
I'm guessing that's a city from where you're from?
Yes.
Homer perks up at the mention of that city's name. Wait, London? Where are you? He squints at you, confused and seemingly frustrated. Maybe not necessarily with you. Maybe it has something to do with the drink in his hand. And he's like, are you from Earth?
Well, yes.
Rory, hearing that word, snaps his head. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Did you say Earth? Homer, why do you know what Earth is?
I'm from Earth. Are you?
I mean, We used to call it Earth. It's called Terra now.
Gurn, honey.
Is Gurn in the building?
No.
No, he
Oh.
walked out.
She'll be like, oh, I guess he left. Okay. Well, have to ask him when we get back outside.
When did Gurn leave? I must have been when I was in awe of this library.
Enthralled.
That's a better word. I like that one. So we just got to keep an eye out for these people and these books, right?
Yep.
We just got to make sure we come back for your map tomorrow. If you don't mind me asking, Echo, can I check out your map later?
Yes.
I've heard stories about the city of London. I would love to see what it looked like.
Oh, baby. Well, let me, in my Earth, he kind of says in a puzzled way, I got a pretty ancient relic right here. He, kind of scuffles through his pants, his tattered little pants. And I'm saying this because I just realized this is in his inventory, but Homer pulls out a map of its own. It's yellowed, it's tattered, a lot of the ink is faded. It looks like it's been around for a very, very long time. And he also kind of moves over to the librarian, lifting it up. He's like, right here, you've got a certified 20. And he kind of like stops, like he doesn't remember the date of the map. 20 something. And he quickly kind of says, year, Earth, Minnesota map right here. Kind of gestures it to the librarian.
Oh, wonderful. Would you like to be leaving this with us as well?
Yeah, why not? I don't think I'll be back there anytime soon. Hopefully.
Fantastic. It'll be in good hands. And again, if you would like to stop by tomorrow, we can get that back to you.
All right. With that, what do you say, could we add another fucking stop to this rotation? He's kind of, gripping his bottle a little frustratedly, and he, like, squints at it. I don't know what the percentage is on this, but it's, not really giving me, what I need. And trust me, I need something.
I think that's fine, right, Echo? We could stop by and get drinks. Is that what he needs? Is that what he meant?
Where on this map? I guess we could do that at the Grumpy Hog.
Is the Grumpy Hog a bar? A tavern? A pub? What is the place you get drinks?
Is it, Quill?
Yes, but I don't know if you guys would necessarily have anything explicitly telling you that.
Oh.
Okay.
Never mind, I didn't say that.
I mean, I feel like it's a fair assumption to make, but
You could just say you assume so, by the name.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah, let's just say that then.
That sounds legit. I mean, drinking places have weird names usually, right?
Kid, I cannot get a gauge on you. How old are you? You don't know shit about alcohol? You were saying something about Echo and sex earlier? What is your age? Do you even age like me? He gestures to his wrinkly face.
Rory visibly looks panicked and looks down. To be honest, I don't really know how old I am.
Damn.
Dude! He kind of steps closer, almost looking like he wants to wrap his arm around you. Kid, we got so much in common. I
I'm
don't fucking know how old I am either.
I'm inciting that. That's a 24.
That's pretty good.
Who are you inciting? Me or
I'm- I'm
Rory
ins-
or Omar?
I'm inciting Rory.
Rory looks up to Echo, kind of with pleading eyes, saying, "Please don't say anything."
So she pretty much knows you're bullshitting.
Yes.
Okay.
At least he's getting the feel that she knows something. He's lying.
She will give him a soft smile and a slight nod. Come on, let's go get Gurn.
All right, let's go, Homer. At least I know. So at least there's someone out there who doesn't know their age like me.
She will turn back to the centaur and wave. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care now.
We exit the library, right?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Rory scouts out to look for Gurn. Gurn? Does anyone see Gurn?
Gurn, she'll call out.
He'd probably just be sitting on, like, if there's a set of steps outside or whatever.
Yeah.
Just, like, on the steps, but off to the side.
Oh my god, so out of character. I just imagine Gurn kind of sitting on the steps, but his legs don't reach the ground, so he's kind of like sitting, just like leaned back a little and just on the steps. That's sorry, I just imagined that when you said that. I'm like,
Gurn,
Roy pins
What?
his eyes more. Where is Gurn? I don't see him.
he's right over here.
Are you
Oh.
pointing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Gurn, I am so sorry. I thought you were a toy.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Where are you from? What's your world's name?
I mean, I'm not really from anywhere.
What do you mean?
To be from somewhere, you'd have to have a home.
No, I mean, what was the name of, I guess, the world that you came from?
I think maybe she means before you came here, what was the last location called that you were in?
See him, like, kind of sit and, like, really think. And after, like, a good 5 seconds, just shrugs.
Oh.
Was it called Earth?
Isn't that what the ground is?
Did anyone call it Terra or something like that? Like in the place you were before? Terra or Earth or Rory tries to think of other names. The big
I
blue
don't know.
sphere?
Definitely not blue.
Was it like desert a lot?
I mean, some of it you could argue is desert.
Was it like destroyed or was it just barren?
Just called it the waste.
The waste. That name sounds familiar to Rory, but he can't know why. He doesn't know why.
The wilds. Wilderness.
Do you
Rory
know?
has a big.
Hmm.
Rory, it's like jogging memories, and
Ruins.
Rory he can't place the thought completely.
All right, y'all. Can we leave the interrogating of the Liz Cobalt alone? Let's get going. I gotta get a drink in me. He kind of snaps. Lego, 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 Lego. He seems antsy.
Homer's right. We could ponder on this more. But if you remember anything later, Gurn, let us know. We might have something in common, actually. And Rory starts to follow Homer down the street.
Is there any bottles left in that case of beer, by the way?
What would you say? He's been drinking, definitely.
With how long you've been out, I don't know if you would have gone through all like 12 of them. Probably one or two, at least.
If there is two, Gurn takes two.
Out from Homer's hands.
Oh, you were
Do you give
asking Homer
the
if there was any in
case,
there.
or
What was that?
do you have the case, or are you just like carrying bottles?
I'm pretty sure I picked up the case, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I believe so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll just try and grab some from the case.
Homer quirks up his eyebrows but doesn't say anything. Response just gives a slight nod.
All right, let's go.
Lead the way, Homer. We're all right behind you.
Yep. Wait, just to double check. Is Echo the only one with the city map?
Yeah.
I would assume so. She's the one who pulled it out.
Echo Homer bum kind of cranes his neck behind him. Hey, I can follow my senses pretty well, but you mind if I can reference that map of yours?
She'll hold it out. Sure, darling.
Thanks. He'll take it, look at it, and then head to what did we say was next on all actually he is gonna start heading in the direction of the bar. The what's it called? The hog place.
Heading for the hog.
Yep.
All right.
Does Echo notice? Or
Make a survival check. Yeah, I feel like after a bit you realize you're not veering as far west as you should be to go to the Eye of Newt.
Homer? Homer?
What's up, lady?
We're not going towards the Eye of Newt.
Yeah. As he's walking, he kind of starts shrugging a little bit. Oh, I figured, it's relatively, he referenced the map again. In the same enough area. What's the hurt? Stop by here, get that delivery figured out, and then, mission time. What's that?
All right.
Rory,
I'm just trying to
Rory-
not make as much of a journey. Sorry.
no, that's okay. Upon listening to the conversation, Rory goes, "Oh, I thought you wanted to try the potions first, Homer."
I did. However, he kind of gestures to another bottle of beer in his hand. This is not getting me to where I need to be. And from what I talked to y'all wizards about earlier, the effects of the potion might not be as potent as I need. I know for sure that this place probably gonna have something.
But are you going to have the money to buy it?
Oh, money. Yeah. Well, I don't know exactly how this world works, but where I come from, we didn't really, it stopped kind of being a thing. I don't know. He looks a little confused about it, like he was gonna give a specific time, but then couldn't articulate it. He's like, I'll figure it out. I've been around for a long time.
Rory slows down in his walking, starting to think. Wait a minute. Does anyone have money on them right now?
I have money from
just-
my old world.
So Rory shifts through his pockets. I just remembered I didn't have money when I came here. So
Oh,
I'm kind yeah.
wait a minute. What even kind of fucked up currency do they use for? I'm saying this because I just realized that Homer has 10 gold pieces in his inventory.
So any money that you all started with is money from your homeworlds. Depending on what that is exactly, it'll translate to the amount of gold that you have, but it may or may not be accepted as is. You may need to find a way to convert it before someone will take it.
I know Rory said what he said, but I'm just saying. He said what he said.
I
The
acknowledge.
statement does not change,
Yep.
but the inventory might lie. Just saying.
Yep.
Homer kind of fishes around his pockets, and there's not really an official currency from Homer's world. So he pulls out 10 or something like that, 10 little water pouches, like plastic pouches of purified water. He kind of pulls this out. He's like, we don't really have money where I come from, but these kind of act as a pseudo kind of currency from my world. And then he realizes it's water. Whatever, I'll figure it out.
Rory just tilts his head. Echo, we'll be okay, right? This doesn't sound like a bad plan, right?
I'm not going to let us starve. We'll be okay.
Well, if you guys need water, He kind of dangles some of the pouches of bags, water in his hand. I got you right here.
Rory looks to Gurn. Gurn, you have money, right?
I mean, yes and no.
Rory sighs. Well, what's the worst that can happen?
It won't happen.
Well, let's just make sure Homer doesn't get into any trouble then.
We should really go to the Eye of Newt first, though.
Can you convince him? I don't know if I have I don't even know if... He seems really determined for something to drink.
Homer, darling.
Homer looks towards Echo.
Let's see if we can get you maybe some currency so you can buy some beer.
Okay.
I just don't know how they do in this world.
If we each drink a potion, we could each earn five gold, right? I think that's what it is.
It does.
So
it does need to be in the field, though.
we just gotta find something to do then. So we could. Why don't we fight some of the rats? I don't know.
That's-
I'm trying to throw something out there.
I mean, there could be a field outside the city.
Oh, he could be right. It could be a literal field.
Listen, I don't give a fuck what we do. He started to get agitated. I just need something stronger than this. So let's get on with it, or I can go off on my own. Up to y'all.
Watch your tone with me.
Let's just go to the Eye Newt. We'll each take some potions, and then I'll give my portion to Homer so he can buy a drink. Right? Right?
She's staring Homer down.
Rory's just gesturing to the direction of Eye Newt.
Homer stares at Echo back and then says, "Let's go then."
Yes, let's.
All right, that way. Points to the west and starts heading there. So we're walking towards the Eye of Newt now, right?
So you guys veer off a little bit, start heading more westward. It's a good couple hours walk. As you go, Homer, having eventually finally run out of the beer bottles, I imagine at some point you end up sticking your hands in your coat pockets. At which point, when you do, you'll notice one of them, there's something in one of them. Something warm and fuzzy. And as you pull your hand out, a little snouted face points up at you from inside of your pocket. As there is a little mouse who's been sleeping in your pocket this whole time.
Homer looks with awe at this little creature in his weathered hand and kind of looks around to see if the other party is watching him. And if they're not, he will quickly give it a little pet with one finger and then back into his pocket.
Aww.
It'll settle back down, and yeah, you have a little buddy. Must have tagged along from your homeworld. All right. So after a couple hours of walking through the city, you will all notice as you leave the southern quarter and make your way through the western. The western quarter is definitely less posh. More of your just sort of traditional, like still nicely built, still large city, but more of a like medieval fantasy style, just kind of sprawl. Bit more not chaotic, but there's a bit more going on. People around, horses, carts, commotion, whatnot. A bit more life to it. And eventually, you'll make your way to a little building decked out with all sorts of both currently growing and dried herbs. And as you make your way in, let me remind myself. You walk in, and the whole room smells strongly of medical herbs. And there is a human-looking woman, sort of half slouching on a counter, perks up as you walk in. Evening. How can I help you?
Oh wow, it's already evening. This place is a lot bigger than I thought I was gonna be. And Rory kind of slumps over a little bit.
Homer makes a beeline for this person. Is like, all right, job board, potions, payment, trying them. I want all of them, please.
You see her enthusiasm sort of falter a little bit. Oh, gotcha. Oregano! And from another room, a small female pixie will flutter out. And she'll look around and see you guys and then come up to you very excitedly. You guys here for the job?
Yes.
Rory nods.
Great. Yes, how many did you want? And, actually, wait, first, what are you guys gonna be doing?
Rory lifts his head. Wait, what do you mean doing?
Are you adventurers, or what are you...
Well,
Are
we
you
just
looking
took
to
on a
sell
job
A job? Okay. What kind of job?
with the real department.
You see her, both her and the human's eyebrows raise a little bit. Oh, that's perfect. Wonderful. Great. Yes. Okay. Yeah. How many potions did you guys want to do?
All of them.
According to Homer, he wants all of them, and I'm willing to do some too.
Okay. And she'll nod excitedly and go to fly off, and as she does, the human will clear her throat. Oregano, the paperwork, and you'll see the pixie kind of deflate a little bit. Right. Do you guys mind signing a safety waiver?
Homer shrugs. Fuck, another waiver. Yeah. He doesn't even bother to read it. He just goes to sign it.
As Oregano flies off, the human woman will take out a couple pieces of paper, just acknowledging that these potions may be volatile, potentially dangerous, hazardous to one's health, promising that you won't use them for any sort of ill-doing, and that anything that harm that might come from them, you relieve the Eye of Newt and both herself and Oregano of any harm.
Rory scans the document. Well, this fine, I guess. As long as we as long as we don't blame you guys for whatever happens, and we let you guys know what happens to us with using these potions, we get paid, correct?
The human kind of shrugs. We just don't want to get sued, kid.
Well, I'm not
Again.
for suing people, so I think it'll be fine. Rory signs and hands the document over. Looks at Homer. I'm here to help you, Homer, so we got this.
Homer doesn't really respond, but he gives Rory just the slightest quirk of a smile.
Rory looks back to Echo. Please don't, and pleads with his eyes, please don't let us die.
You'll be fine, darling.
Gurn. He kind of turns to Gurn. You getting on this action? He gestures to the paper and potions.
I don't think drinking random substances is the greatest idea.
More for me.
As he says that, you see the human woman kind of perk up a little bit. Oh, please don't drink these.
Rory looks over.
Wait,
It's not a drinkable potion?
She makes splash potions. Most of them are, well, explosive.
I'll take them.
Rory's eyes just widened. What has he done?
Echo goes through the whole paperwork and everything and signs.
Homer doesn't say anything, but he looks fucking pissed off at the response that the lady gave.
I wasn't paying attention. I limited it to one.
However you guys want to divvy them up amongst yourself, I suppose. She's got probably about, and as she says that, Oregano will come back through the door. Kind of a funny sight, as she is just like a tiny, probably like 8-inch tall pixie person. But she is hefting a sack of about 15 potion bottles.
I'll take it.
Here you go, guys. Each one's labeled. If you could record what happens when you throw them, and let me know. I believe these red ones should be fire. The green ones, she kind of looks like lost in thought for a second. Well, just let me know, okay?
Rory
Sure.
pulls a small notepad from his pockets and records red fire and green question mark on the paper and puts it back in his pocket.
So there are 5 of each color. There are 5 red, 5 green, and 5 blue.
Well, this was not what I was expecting. Should we each take a color, or do we settle for one of each color?
Oh, and you guys are gonna want to make sure that you're at least like probably a good 30 feet away, preferably. Don't throw them in like tight quarters, you know.
Rory's eyes just widen. Oh, they're like mini grenades. He mumbles them to himself.
What's a grenade?
Dern just takes the bag.
Oh.
Rory, seeing Gurn take it so swiftly, kinda eeps. Eek, Gurn, please be careful with those.
I mean, if they go off, we find out what they do.
Rory looks
Preferably not
towards
on
the,
you.
Rory looks towards the human woman. Question: can these potions mix?
She'll look at you for a second and then look at Oregano. Who will kind of give you like a not impressed, but like a sort of smile. Well, that's something that I'm working on now. I wouldn't recommend trying it unless you want to risk them blowing up in your hands. But I mean, if you throw two at the same time, then whatever happens, happens, right?
Rory's eyes widen a lot. Gurn, please be careful with those potions. And starts following him. Totally forgetting to mention what grenades are to Echo. just full panic is setting in on Rory.
And what was your name? She asks the human.
Ilana, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. I'm pretty sure we'll see you again.
Be careful.
I can't account for what he'll do.
She'll give a shrug.
Rory looks back really quickly to to Oregano. Oregano, I have a question for you. Can we test one potion somewhere safely? Like, or two, maybe two somewhere safely. Is this just so we get a feel for what these potions potentially can do? With that, so we know not to just throw them willy-nilly somewhere.
I mean, they'd probably be fine with you doing it in the arena.
Oh, where's the arena?
Outside the city gates, west of here. Can't miss it.
We could, and if we, I mean, if we test them now, we could get money, right? Let you know really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking for what the effects do to, like, things, but I guess that's fine, like, for one or two of them.
How far is the arena from here?
Actually, honestly, pretty close. Oregano will go. If you head north along this street, like, another 20 minutes, you'll get to one of the gates. Head out there and you'll see it.
So we could get something just so Homer could get a drink soon, right? I kind of feel bad that this is not a drinkable potion.
I don't know if the arena will be available to, like, let you guys in right now. Normally there's a bit of, like, a sign-up thing, but you can try.
Let's just go to the Grumpy Hog.
I
just
can agree to fucking that.
as I'm assuming everyone's heading out, Rory approaches the human. Ilyana, right? I have a question for you. Do any of these names look familiar? Pulls out the list of books to them. If you know any of these people on here, can you let us know where they
God.
where they could be?
Oh my god.
She looks at it for a second and then lets out a loud laugh. Oregano, you have an overdue library book. And Oregano will go, do I? Shit. Which one?
Rory looks at the names of lists, sees someone named Oregano, looks at the pixie. You're Oregano Polendale?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Well, yeah, I'm here to collect the book.
What are the... Which one is it?
It's called Fortune of the Night. We're picking up the overdue library books for people to give to the library.
Oh, right, that one. Yeah, 1 sec. And she'll flit off. And, Delana will kind of just facepalm a bit. A couple
I just
minutes
wanted
later,
to make sure.
she'll come down. Actually, while you're waiting, Delana will look over the rest of the list. Well, I know Lightbringer is one of the royals.
Pardon?
Pretty sure Elliot's the prince, isn't he?
Oh no. How do we ask a prince for something overdue?
Astro runs an inn not too far from here. Those are the only ones I really recognize.
Astro and Elliot, you said?
Yeah.
Well, at least that gives us 2 more people. So, and it's just very convenient that we found you, Oregano.
I was so waiting for you guys to just leave without noticing that.
I actually just went to the tab and I was like, "Is there a chance that is there a chance that's actually Oregano?" So that's why Rory just like went back inside to just check. I'll just. Well, thank you for the information. I gotta go catch up to them. And so Rory bows and sprints up,
Wait, get the
sprints
book.
out. Right. Oh, sorry. Comes back in. I forgot. Oh.
Oregano will come down with the book and she'll hand it off to you. Tell Prina sorry about that. Kind of forgot that I had it.
Will do. I hope they didn't get too far. Thank you. Goodbye. And
Thank you.
he
Have
runs
fun.
out. Runs out.
Echo's trailing behind, but also waiting kind of for you.
I'm sorry, Echo. I just realized one of the people there had the book.
Oh.
How
Oh.
far did everyone get?
They're just up
Homer. Yeah, Homer is going full speed. He's got a mission.
Homer, come back. Wait up. And Rory starts trying to run faster to catch up to them.
Oh, I don't know if I should have mentioned this earlier, Quill, but Homer Bum has city secrets, which means can travel between any 2 locations twice as fast as speed should normally allowed. I don't know if that has an effect on time or anything, but
All right.
So
Yeah,
we're
I would
currently booking it to the Grumpy Hog,
say-
right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it lets you find sort of some shortcuts, and you maybe cut through some alleys and stuff, cut down on time a good bit.
see.
Which again, the party would be able to follow you because it just says you're able to find passages and whatnot that other people would miss. Yeah, and companions that you lead can travel. So yeah, you're just leading the way, and even though this city specifically isn't necessarily familiar to you, you know how cities are laid out well enough that you're able to figure out how to get where you need to go pretty quick. All right, so heading east now. Still probably gonna be a couple hours walk, but you will eventually come to a tavern with a sign with a cartoonish pig face with an angry brow, and the name The Grumpy Hog scrawled on it.
Homer, wow, you, why are we running for hours?
That's me.
Ow!
That's me laughing at Homer. Kid, back in my version of Earth, he kind of quirks his eyebrow as he says that. I have to run all the time from things you don't even want to wrap your pretty little head around.
I mean, I do too.
He pulls out one of his bags of water and offers it to Rory.
Rory snatches and gulps it so fast. No, never fast.
How is he winded?
Well, he's been running since you guys left. It's been hours, apparently.
Echo's just been fucking floating.
Meanwhile, Homer's just like super speeding over there, and Roy ran to catch up, and he had never caught up.
What did Gurn say, Alex?
He just asked how Rory was winded.
Rory's too panting to answer you right now.
Well, let's get in there.
Please.
Can I wait out here for a bit? I can't move. Rory just kind of slumps near the wall.
Sure.
I'll be fine. Just go in. Catch me up later.
No, I think I'd rather make sure you're okay.
I'll be fine. I'm not gonna move anytime soon.
She plops herself down next to you.
But what about Homer? We have to make sure he's okay.
Well, maybe we can find you a table to sit at?
Homer's already head inside.
What if I look too young?
Huh?
What? Okay, let's go.
Come on, in you go. She's helping
Alright.
him.
Rory takes the offer and follows them inside. How do people act winded? God damn, that made me tired feeling.
It was good. It was so good.
Oh jeez, I like started feeling tired. Like I'm not tired. What the hell?
You enter into a lively tavern. It's getting closer to evening now. The good evening from Delana was a little bit premature, but it's definitely evening at this point. So there's a good number of people around, sort of your typical bar crowd, lively, whatnot. There doesn't immediately seem to be anybody at the bar, like bartender-wise.
Did you say there wasn't anybody at the bar?
Roll me a perception check.
Boom, 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 boom. And that's not passive? Is that passive wisdom perception?
So the passives are stuff that you're not necessarily explicitly looking for, but that you would happen to notice just going about your life. Doing an actual check is you're looking for something specifically.
Sweet.
So yeah, as you walk up, initially you don't see anyone at the bar, but as you sort of belly up to it, you'll notice that the reason is because the bartender is also another pixie, and he is very small. And as you walk up, he'll give you a bit of a nod, "Be right to you," and then he'll, using magic, lift a beer over to another customer.
Echo will sit Rory down at a table and making sure that he's okay. Then starts to go to the bar next to Homer.
Rory just slumps at the table, trying to catch his breath.
After a minute, the pixie man will come over to you guys, land on the bar top itself. "What can I get for you?"
Homer gives the pixie a once over. He's kind of sits back and says, "Thanks, but give me a moment."
He'll
Okay.
turn to Echo. "Anything for you, miss?"
First off, can I get a glass of water?
"Sure thing."
And also, I'd like to ask for the cat.
He'll sort of give you a bit of a look. "You hear about the job?"
Yes.
Important question. Are you guys wearing the pins that Tyriat gave you?
I think
No.
Rory is. Rory has it taken out off since because he only has one pair of clothes, so it's his. Rory has his on.
She does not.
Homer does not.
Okay. So he'll
Yeah, Rory-
he'll give you a nod, and then he'll be out in a minute, and he'll go start talking to another customer.
Did he get her the glass of water?
Not yet, but he
Okay.
he acknowledged it.
Okay.
If you need to know where Rory's wearing it, it's on the corner of his collar. So like where the yellow is on the corner. Yeah, that part.
Mhm.
Just imagine one of those buttons being it, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, after a second, while he is still in conversation with another customer, you see him kind of gesturing, and a glass will fill itself up with tap water, and then a couple ice cubes in it, and it'll levitate over to you.
She will grab it and she will bring it over to Rory. Just kind of checking him out like almost as a mother would. You know, like hand on the forehead, you know, checking pupils, whatever. Are you okay?
Oh, I haven't ran that long in forever, Echo.
Well, here, drink this.
Man, I'm out of shape. Maybe this is a sign I need to work out more, right? Rory tries to weakly flex whatever he does not have. It's just the price of, you know, always running and moving around. You think you get used to it, but I'm sure there are people out there who can't run as long as I have.
I'm sure.
I also feel bad, Echo. I have to redo the clothes. They're covered in sweat.
It's okay.
But thank you. Thank you for keeping an eye out on me.
No problem.
Did Homer get what he needed?
I think he's thinking about what he wants. But we're waiting for the cat, so.
Oh, right, the job. Rory starts to sit up and starts drinking the water slowly, though.
She'll be looking around for whoever.
A couple minutes will go by, and eventually you'll see from one of the back rooms a black tabaxi with white paws and a white, like, under his chin, as well as tail tip, will walk out, kind of drying his hands off on a rag, and he'll look around, spot you guys sitting at the table, and then kind of casually make his way over. And he'll kind of make himself comfortable sitting next to you guys, look you all over, and then eyes landing on the pin that Rory is wearing, he'll raise an eyebrow. You let her here for the job?
Does she clock in that he?
Do an insight check.
Oh,
That's bad.
Gurren, was that for...
No, Gurn likes paying attention, but he never says anything.
Okay, yeah, Gurren, you definitely realize. Homer, you're not there right now, aren't you still at the bar, so that perception check makes sense.
Yeah.
Echo, you might notice that he is interested in you guys. Maybe not necessarily exactly that specifically, but...
so
Oh.
she will sit in the chair closest to him, and she'll go. Oh wait, what did he ask or say?
You guys here for the job.
You guys hear? Okay. We sure are, darling. She'll flutter her eyelashes.
Never seen you guys around before. Any new intakes, or...
Just last night. Unfortunately.
Alright, well, this should be interesting then. Got a package that needs to be delivered to an address. No questions asked. Keep it discreet. Think you guys can do that?
I'm very good at being discreet. She's leaning in, like, with her head in her hand, like on, like, her elbow on the table. She's interested. She's flirting.
He seems interested, but it's hard to tell if it's with you specifically or if it's just with, like, all of you and your situation. He's got a bit of a bemused sort of twinkle to his eye.
Good.
Alright, Well, in that case, I give you a box, you bring it where it needs to go, you come back here, you get paid. If you get caught, you didn't see me, you don't know me, you were never here.
Oh, but I'd very much like to know you. She gives him a wink.
Well, maybe we can get to that if you pull this off, alright, Tits?
Good. Good. She doesn't say that, but yeah.
Ooh, I have a question out of character. My character sheet looks weird.
Is it because there's now new stuff at the top?
That and all my other stuff is gone.
All your other stuff's gone.
What?
Oh. Is it better
Oh.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
I panicked for a second, like, why does this look different? What happened?
So I realized that you and Homer didn't have the toggles at the top that you need to have. So you see now there's public and to GM.
Yeah.
Those will toggle whether your roles everyone can see or just to me.
Oh, okay.
And then the advantage, normal, and disadvantage are self-explanatory, I assume.
Yeah.
For future reference, I was in the settings tab all the way to the right over here.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah, no,
what
you're good.
happened? Why does this look different?
Sorry about that. If anyone's
I was
character
gonna
sheets
ask
look
if I
fucked
could
up,
do
it's
an
my fault.
insight roll during that conversation. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you can. Go for it.
Oh, never mind. That makes more sense of what I'm thinking. Never mind.
Yep.
God, that's bad. Okay, never mind. You know, that just makes sense. Rory just continues staring and drinking his water. Totally not picking up what was being put out.
Good.
So the cat will give you a nod. He'll be right back then, and he'll get up and walk back off into the room that he was in.
So Echo, does that mean we got the job?
Yep. A very interesting job, indeed. She will stare back, like, to where he left.
Actually, that was the second time I've seen another tabaxi. So, is that why you're so interested? It's like seeing another person. It's like seeing... Rory realized he said what he said out loud and silences himself. Sorry, that was uncalled for. I'm sorry.
None taken. I've seen many tabaxi, but none look as good as him.
Rory kind of just blankly stares. Where's Homer and Gurn, by the way?
Gurn's probably also just sitting there.
Rory just looks over, looks down. Gurn, can you stop scaring me like that? Why don't you say something when I ask where you are?
I'm like 3 feet from you.
Why you gotta be so quiet? I swear you're gonna sneak up on me,
So,
and I'm
like,
just gonna.
watching.
You're gonna sneak up on me, and I'm gonna accidentally trip over you because I'm not paying attention.
Is the group at a table, or are they still at the bar?
I thought, like, at a table, yeah.
So
At a
you're
table.
at the bar, but Homer's
Okay.
at a bar.
Okay. Homer
So we're at-
slumps back over to the group with a empty glass that he kind of stealthily as possible kind of slides down his pant leg into his pockets. and then sits at the table with the rest of the party.
Homer, did you get your drink?
Sure did.
Did they say how much it cost?
Let's just say this one was on the house. Anyways,
That was very nice of them.
he clears his throat.
She's
the job
inciting
order?
that.
Go for it. Pretty good.
Well, that's better than what I had last time.
420 though.
Blazes. Oh, am I supposed to say what that high amount?
Yeah, based
Yeah, I
on
mean,
the roll.
She'd probably get a pretty good idea of little sus.
Echo can tell that Homer didn't exactly pay for his drink, and he probably might have not asked for permission to have a free drink.
She will keep her mouth shut. Instead, looking back towards where the cat had gone.
Do you need an update on what happened so far, Homer? Or did you hear everything from the bar?
Dude, I don't even know how old I am, but I haven't had a hearing like that in a long time. No, what's going on?
So, Echo called for the cat, and it turns out it actually is a cat, but not a cat. It's a tabaxi. They discussed something. I think we got the job. I wasn't totally paying attention, if I'm being honest, but I think we got the job.
Wait,
He
But
seems
Echo,
pretty interested.
Echo just keeps staring at him, so I think she's keeping an eye out to see if anything's weird.
what?
Confused on why he seemed interested.
Wait, interested in Echo?
Gurn, you would have noticed him looking at the pin. I can't remember if I said that, but yeah.
Gurn would be staring, like, had pulled the pin out of his pocket and just stares at the pin.
Would this be a
Can't
perception
imagine
check
what's
to
so
figure out?
interesting.
Would this be a perception check or an insight check? I want to see if Rory's picking up
Insight,
what.
yeah.
I want to see if
What'd you
Rory's
say,
picking
Gurn?
up.
Can't imagine what's so interesting.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna
do an insight. So
Please, I'm gonna be
perception's if
low.
you're looking for something literally.
Mm-hmm.
Insight is if you're trying to figure out someone's like motives or internal thoughts, that kind of thing.
Okay, I just want to figure out if. Well, Rory's trying to. I want to see if Rory figured out what Gurn noticed. That's a lot higher than a 4, at least.
You could probably put together that it has something to do with the pins. I mean,
Oh, wait. Gurn, are you... Does no one else have their pin on them right now?
Well, I have it on
Nah,
me. I'm
just
just
you.
not wearing it.
Why?
Is he
You get-
looking... Well, no, I don't think anything was wrong. Was he staring at the pin
Had a
earlier?
weird look on his face.
Echo
Did
pouts
I-
a little bit.
Did I do something with... I thought we're supposed to be wearing these all the time. Do you think this will get us in trouble for this job?
What? Did you get special treatment for wearing it?
If I remember, Tyria said we're supposed to be wearing the pins around town. So that's why I put mine on immediately when we had it, and I don't have an extra change of clothes, so.
I don't know where I'd put mine.
I mean, you're not wearing a shirt, Gern. I thought it was there.
This really doesn't go with what I'm wearing.
That's fair. I just hope this pin won't cause us trouble for this job. We need.
Dern will put his back in his pocket.
As you guys are talking, a human will come up with a tray of drinks. Probably wine, I would imagine, and place them in front of you. These are on the house. Have a good night. If there's anything else we can get for you, just say the word.
Homer perks the fuck up and he goes to grab as many as he can in his two hands.
There is one for each of you.
Oh, Homer, you could have well, you already took mine, but you could have it. It's fine.
Echo snatches hers up and starts drinking.
Dern will like slowly grab his. Swear to God, if you don't share this time.
Homer could definitely take Rory's. It's not like Rory went for his.
A minute after that, you'll see the cat return from the back room, kind of glance around, and then make his way back over to you guys.
Is that tobacco y'all were talking about earlier?
Yeah, that's him.
He'll sit down with you once again. Enjoying yourselves?
Oh, very much so.
It's alright.
Rory just nods.
Homer's too busy glugging on his wine.
So you all work for real, huh?
I guess.
Don't pay you
Right.
well enough, or
Rory
Oh,
kind of
oh.
just sheepishly looks down. I'm sorry, it's not. This is kind of our first time here.
We
he'll give
haven't
a shrug.
we haven't been paid because we just came here last night.
Gotcha. Well, none of my business. Might make things easier for you. And he'll, from his coat, take out a medium-sized box, probably 9 by 9 inches or so. And put it on the table, slide it over to you, Echo. This is the package. He'll slide you a piece of paper. This is the address. Don't open it. Come back here when you're done, alright?
Will do. She will take her tail and I don't know how to explain it. Like she'll sweep the underside of his chin with her tail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like the finger thing, but with the tail. You know, people like do the finger motion under people's chins. Party, and it's like except it's with the tail, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll give you a bit of a slight smirk. And then nod at all of you. Well, take care then. Be seeing you soon, hopefully.
Oh, wait, sir,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Rory kind of goes up to him, pulls out the list of books. Do you recognize any of the names on here?
He'll look over it. Well, I believe that one's your boss, isn't it? Pointing to Tyriad.
Yeah, we gotta talk to him at some point about this. Got any other ones?
Rex is a bit of a big name. Won't find him on this side of the river, though.
Rory kind of sighs. Oh, I get what you mean now. Well, I'll keep that in mind. But thank you for the information. And he kind of rushes, slowly walks back to the table.
Alright. See you then. And he'll give a little, like, sort of two-finger salute wave kind of thing. And he'll walk back off into the back room.
Goodbye, handsome.
He'll give you an extra little wave.
Good.
Oh man, Echo, guys, one of these people is on the eastern quarter, or at least across the river. How? How are you gonna get that one?
We have our
Well?
ways.
What she said.
Well, at least we have one of the books so far. We should wait till we have more to put them in, though. At least my pockets are big enough to hold the book.
So, he gave her a paper, right?
Yep.
What? Where would that be if?
It is an address in the Old Ward, which is actually slightly south of your guys' house.
Yeah.
Down at the very bottom of the map.
She will stow away that package. Yeah. Ow.
So, Echo, where do we gotta go?
Home, essentially. It seems.
Actually, Echo, if you were pulling out the map to cross-reference that, you would notice that. Oh wait, you don't have the map, do you?
Currently, Homer has it, if I remember correctly.
Homer. Can I have the map, please?
Sure. He gives it to her.
I'm just assuming Echo is going off memory.
Yeah, I mean, you probably would have noticed at least where the old ward itself was, but to find the address specifically, you'll need the map. Homer, as you reach into your coat to grab the map, it's not there anymore.
Fuck! That's not my character. Is the mouse still? Is the mouse still in the pocket?
Yeah, he's in your pocket. He's chilling.
Oh, is it the other pocket is where the map was then? The one that has
Probably
the
got a
hole in
couple
it?
pockets.
Oh.
Homer, kind of, he goes to dig around in his pocket. There's also a lot of shit in his pockets, by the way. He kind of goes around and digs it for a minute, and then kind of scrunches up his face and then digs more. And then, more tenderly, he gently digs around in his other pocket, petting the mouse while he does so. And then he stands up, kind of looking disheveled, and checks through his mini pockets and layers and gives Echo a worried glance. Also, just really quickly, Quill, is he still not feeling much from the alcohol?
No. Again, tipsy at most. You felt like
Homer
a bit of a buzz.
gives Echo a worried glance, and says,
Did
Uh,
you... Did you lose it?
Homer kind of half grins sheepishly. I suppose I did.
You said it's in the old ward, right?
Yes, but we kind of need that map. It's
Yeah,
it's
no,
a...
it's just down here.
Oh,
Gurn's staring at the map.
Gurn, when did you get the map?
A little bit ago.
Rory just kind of stares
it's
and blinks.
Okay.
Just down here by past our house.
What time is it now?
Sun's going down.
Wow, it's a long day.
Oh, I'm not sure we should do the rats.
Rory inquisitively looks at Echo. Is there a reason why you don't want to do the rats right now?
It's been a very long day.
Well,
But
got a point.
It's been hours between each one. So I don't want to spend a few hours getting there, doing some stuff, and then having
At
to...
least drop this off.
Well,
Drop
yes,
off
that's the plan.
so we could drop off the package, drop off the potions, or come back and then drop off the potions?
Drop off potions?
Oh, I mean, are we gonna carry them throughout the city? We've been doing it already.
Well, we
So-
have to.
Oh, you're right, Echo, you're right. Okay.
Most because we have to do that in the field.
On the job, basically.
Yes. So, she's going to, actually, no, she won't do this right this second. She will stand up with the package in hand. And when she gets out, she's going to minor illusion the package as a potted plant.
All right.
But that's when she's out and makes, like, she goes into like an alleyway or some shit. Does
Sure.
that, and yeah.
So, well, I mean, at least if we finish the delivery, we at least will make money today. So, Homer, are you good to go, or do you still need your drinks? Are you feeling okay?
Homer, since Homer has remained standing up, he hasn't really said anything or moved upon realizing that the map was stolen from him. He's just been glaring at Gurn. He doesn't respond. It looks like he's lost in thought.
Hello? Or to Homer?
Snaps out of it. Okay, I'm gonna make something really fucking clear here. It is Homer Bum. 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 He says this kind of like emphatically and with like a tone of rage. It's Homer Bum, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is, and he kind of like leans forward back over the table, is don't get off of me. He's saying that to Gurn.
I mean, I just wanted to look at the map.
You could have fucking asked. Damn. human decency. Oh, sorry, human. I mean creature decency. Jesus fucking Christ. He kind of stops away back over to the bar.
Rory kind of just stands there stunned. What just happened?
Bro.
I'll just. I'm gonna step out for a bit. Let me know when we go, folks. I guess. And Rory just kind of goes outside.
I mean, I'm good to go
be
whenever.
there. Yeah, what was that?
I'm good to go whenever.
Oh. Yeah, Rory just kind of takes a step outside to take a breather, and he's waiting outside now.
Echo will wait for Homer.
Homer, as you try to swipe somebody's drink, the person who you were trying to steal from will notice you. Hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Buy your own shit.
Homer backs off and puts his hands up placatingly and backs away and makes a beeline for the exit.
I'll kind of just turn back to the bar, sort of muttering, but he won't pursue you or anything.
Echo gives a sigh and follows.
Oh, are we going now? Or Rory asks
Yes.
as he sees everyone leave the bar. Oh, okay. I'll follow you guys then.
We head into the address.
I believe so. I think that's where we're going.
Sweet.
So we're heading towards the old ward now, I think.
Alrighty.
Echo will keep herself with the potted plant. Pretty much maybe not 10 feet, but maybe 15 feet above the ground.
Alright. You
She-
attract some interested looks, but
On the way there, Gurren will kind of turn to Echo and go, "You guys any way of knowing if we look?"
I would think so. I don't know. I'm not looking, so
I mean, what's to stop us from opening it, looking, and putting it back?
Wait, Garen, hold on. He told us not to look, though.
Right,
What
but
if-
how is he supposed to know?
What if it's? I mean, I'm just throwing an idea out there. What if it's rigged.
I'm actually with Rory on this one.
I'm not sure if you. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever encountered it, but like, where I'm from, people have I guess the best word is cursed packages if it's not going to the intended person. I don't know if it's that, but I that's
Is
why I'm
there any way
hesitant
to
to open it.
tell?
Not really. Not until you open it. At least from where I'm from. Rory kind of shakes his head. I just know from a personal experience.
I'm also not in the mood to really gamble away what our payment could be, so we do need the money.
I mean, I can just take it off the side, take a peek, and then put it back.
No.
I'm personally just worried if my hunch is right. That it is just a theory. It's not exactly like we can prove or not.
Homer Bum pipes up. Well, maybe what's ever in there is worth more than what we're getting paid, as is often the case with jobs.
We're not opening it.
Wouldn't be that hard to seal it back up.
It's a magical item, though, isn't it?
I mean, it could be. No questions asked.
That's what the job said. The job board said an unknown magical item. So that's what I'm assuming is in the box. But that's all I feel I need to know. That just means I don't open it. Magical items are magical items. I just say whoever's holding it really should decide if we open it or not. At that point, at least.
And I'm holding it, so we're not.
Alright. Just saying, it's not that hard to reseal stuff.
And what if it's
think we're
something
just-
that you don't want to see?
Wouldn't be the first time.
So we're just erring more on the side of precaution so we could get this money. Is that right, Echo?
Yes. And also, we need the money to live. It wasn't this hard to explain to Claire. Why is it hard to explain to you?
Ori, pause. Claire?
You can see she grits her teeth and turns her body so she doesn't have to see you.
I want to roll an insight check on that.
Roll
I
for-
also want to roll an insight check on that.
Oh, fuck.
Homer, you don't get much. She's just
Homer don't get
floating.
shit.
Rory, you get she's upset. She's actually upset at the mention of that name.
Rory kind of goes, I mean, it's fine, I guess. I forget I asked. Rory stammers, and let's just keep going, and make sure that package gets there. And Rory speeds up a little. He doesn't know he upset you, but he senses something's off, and he said the wrong thing.
After, again, a couple hours walk back down, you will all come, after passing through the southern quarter once more, probably passing pretty close to your house as well, you'll come to the Old Ward, which is as stuffy as the southern quarter is. The Old Ward is worse. You're basically in a gated community at this point. It's immaculate, it's beautiful. There's no one on the streets. At this point, it's fairly dark out. It's actually getting pretty late.
Can Rory do a perception check?
Sure, what you looking for?
He's looking for any sign of people because it's too quiet.
Sure, go for it.
It bothers him. Where is perception? Oh, that's okay, Rory.
I don't see anybody. It is almost eerily quiet as you make your way down the street, by the light of some street lamps.
This place looks so fancy, and yet it's too quiet. It makes, ugh. I don't know. Something seems weird. I'm not sure though. Maybe I'm just not used to the quiet.
When Rory says that, she wants to take a look around.
Go for it. Echo, you notice, as you look around, you'll notice the curtains of one of the houses nearby kind of shift as if someone had been watching you from inside and then quickly, backed off when they noticed you looking around.
Let's just find this address, because I don't know, this quietness is unsettling to me for some reason. I just want to get in and get out. I'm not sure.
Yes, I agree, actually.
I'm just not
After-
used to it being quiet in a city like this.
After a little bit more of you guys walking, you will notice what appears to be a guard walking towards you guys. And as you all sort of come into view of each other, he'll raise a hand. Evening.
Hello? Rory stammers.
Good evening, darling.
What do you
Isn't it
all
night at this point?
What are you all doing in this part of town?
Oh, just dropping off a plant.
He'll raise an eyebrow. I'm gonna need to know where you're headed exactly. Who are you here to see?
Does it say, did it say a name on the...
No. No, it wouldn't have.
Can I respond and roll a deception check?
If you want to.
Sure. Alright. Homer kind of perks up a little in response to this and says to the guard, "Oh, man, we're just here trying to get a plant to this new friend we made We were just at the bar. Just please let us go on our merry way. We're just getting this nice plan over to a new friend. We've spent some time with this guy, and I don't know what's wrong with us walking through this neighborhood. You saying something about it? And he kind of says this with a grimace. Righteous citizens here. What's the problem?
Well, there's no problem per se, but if I knew where you were going, I could, and as he's saying this, you'll see his eyes sort of pass over Rory as he's scanning you, and he'll do a bit of a double take, noticing the pin. And he'll hesitate.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Sure.
See if he notices.
Yeah, you'd notice.
Oh, sir, does this pin? Are you aware what this pin means? He looks to the guard.
Of course, I wasn't aware they had new. Well, very well. I suppose if the rest of this lot are with you.
Yeah. We are actually the newest hires of Real. So that's, we're just trying to make ourselves more familiar, and this is supposed to help us.
He'll look a little bit skeptical for a second, but give a bit of a shrug. Well, all right. Carry on then. Good evening.
Have a good one.
In response to that situation, Homer digs out his pen and puts it on his shirt.
Rory takes a big sigh. This pin, oh boy, it's. I don't know why people keep staring at it now. Now that you guys pointed it out, I'm noticing.
As you all continue walking, the guard will sort of just watch you all until you're out of sight. But he'll let you go.
Rory face palms. I don't know why, but that made me really nervous. This whole atmosphere makes me nervous.
Kid, you did a great fucking job. You're smart.
Just something about this part of the town, at least at this hour. I don't know what, I think it's just too quiet. It's making me uncomfortable. So I just hope we get out of here quickly.
Ditto.
Echo, do you know if we're nearby?
Does Gurn still have it, or did he give it to her? Or
What, the map?
the map? Yeah, sorry.
He probably would have given it back.
To Homer or her?
Well, Homer walked away after yelling at him, so.
Okay, so she'll look at the map. Shouldn't be too long.
As you all come up on the address that you are heading to, you get the feeling you know which house you're going to before you see the exact number on it, as one of them sticks out. It's the same building as all of the other sort of cookie-cutter-esque buildings that are here, except this one has a number of alterations made to it. There are copper pipes sticking out from the walls in various places, and a few extra exhaust pipes pumping smoke from the roof. And as you approach, sure enough, that is the address written on the paper.
If you want to do a perception check for trying to recall information, would that be a perception check?
That
Or
would
that'd be-
probably be a history check,
Okay.
depending on
That's what I was
exactly
like-
what you are trying to recall.
I'm trying to remember the rules of no alteration to buildings. If that makes sense. When on the thing we signed.
Yeah, I mean, your lease says that.
Yeah. So I just want to see if he remembers that.
Yeah, you can roll for history for that.
Oh, never mind.
Does not occur to you.
Never mind.
Or
Roy
Rory
just.
tonight, man. Damn.
I know.
I warned you guys that I have really low rolls, or I have the occasional high roll, but that's. Rory kind of stares blankly and then shrugs off his feeling.
That's whatever.
Like something about this. Yeah, no. So come
I'm
back
sure
to
it's
me later.
fine.
All right, one last time. Sure, I can't take a peek.
Wow.
Damn.
Echo's trailing so far behind or so far ahead.
No, she's already at the door.
To be fair, Gurn, I want out of here just as much as everyone else at this point. Something about this is just really weird. Can't
Alright.
put my finger on it. Echo's so far ahead. Apparently. I'm sure all of the old ward heard her. Let's be real.
In response to Rory's query and the noise, I would like Homer to roll a perception check for watching eyes.
Go for it.
Oh.
Once again, you might notice, as you look around, some eyes peering from a window here and there. For the most part, though, there's not really... no one's really paying you too much mind.
I think the kid is right. I'm getting some... Kind of shrivels up his face when he says this. Rich people heebie-jeebies going on here. We gotta be quick. Ow! Fuck. Oh shit. Are you okay?
I'm good. Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone. I keep saying it, but it's just in all the cities I've been, I've never seen even a fancy part of town be this quiet. It's just eerie. But I mean,
We
maybe
have
it's
to
just how it
fix
is in
that.
this world. Oh, is that Gurn?
You don't want it to be quiet. I can fix that.
No, Gurn, no. Rory's like immediately puts his hands up.
Like a hand, like half reaching to his pocket for his gun.
Yeah. No, Gurn, we're not drawing more attention to ourselves.
Don't lower the rent prices. She didn't say that, but yeah.
So we're at the door. We're at the house now, or Echo's at the house while we're trailing behind her at this point.
I think we want the house now.
Are we at the house? The address?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
So do we Rory just questions, are we supposed to just knock? Or we just leave it here and run?
Oh, we ain't leaving this here.
So
She
what does the
will-
note say?
I mean, it just says the address, right, Quill?
Yeah.
Watch
There is
my
a
back.
doorbell.
She will ring the doorbell.
A couple of moments will pass in silence, and then the door will open, and you'll all see a robot man. A bit taller, probably like 6 foot. And he is wearing a purple, blue? Shit, what did I have? 1 second. He's wearing a traditional wizard's cap, along with a cloak. And as he opens the door, you will notice a familiar pin, rather than pinned, sort of magnetized onto his chest. The same as the ones that you are wearing. And he'll open the door and look you all up and down. Hello? Good evening. Can I help you?
Oh. We're here to deliver, this to you. She'll hold out the potted plant.
Oh. I, didn't think we had ordered a plant.
Oh, no. It's not quite that.
As you're talking, you'll hear another voice from inside. Winston, who is it? They're here to make a delivery. Bring them in. And you'll see Winston kind of turn back to you and sort of gesture for you to all come in, and he'll step back and open the door a bit wider.
This entire time, Rory just keeps muttering the phrase, "Sci-fi is real, robots are real, sci-fis are real, robots are real. Why does it have a robe? Why is it real?" To just keep muttering that over to himself over and over again, while
Echo-
following them inside.
Echo seems uncomfortable going in.
As you presumably all are you guys going in?
If the others do, she will follow behind them.
Rory just walked in while muttering that. No hesitation, just started walking in.
Homer, hesitantly making very small steps, comes in, following Rory.
They were just waiting, seeing if Gurn's going in.
Or are you entering the building?
Gurn will follow behind, intently staring behind Echo.
All right.
Why?
I'm sorry. Perfect height.
Like at her ass, or
Depends if he's looking up or straight, I guess.
at the back of her knees, or
mean-
I guess he'd be looking more upwards.
oh,
Yeah, because she's up in the air, like...
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
true.
That's what I was like. Just staring at Echoes behind while walking behind her.
All right. Well, as you all enter, you're brought into a sort of foyer, and a man in a wheelchair, high-tech wheelchair to be said, covered in sort of bits and bobs. There's a couple touch screens, and has a robotic arm or two, coming off the back of it. He'll come out, look you all up and down, start to say something, do a double take as he notices the two of you that are wearing pins. Wait, I thought you guys said you were here to make a delivery.
We are.
We are. Rory's having a hard time keeping his outburst to himself. He really wants to scream about sci-fi stuff right now.
Echo will, take the illusion off of the plant.
He'll look at the box, look at you guys, look at the box again. I mean, I suppose that's two birds, one stone, but you guys are gonna have to tell me how this ended up happening. Come, sit. And he'll gesture for you all to follow him into a sitting room.
Do
And
we
for
have...
those of you who would like to, the two people that you are meeting are posted in the art tab.
Do we have to?
Well, I imagine whichever one of you it is who wants the guns is going to want to talk about his guns.
What?
Wait a minute.
Gurn immediately
Roy.
goes from staring to Echo, it's staring at them.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure. What are you trying to figure out?
I want to see if Rory's thinking that this was no accidental job, that this was set up for us to meet this person. So I just press insight.
I mean, the guy seems confused about why you're the ones making this delivery, but
So it's not related, but he notices is a connection, is what you're saying.
pretty much, yeah.
Echo, let's hear them out. I mean, they got guns for Gurn.
I think Gurn's already like walked in to sit.
Echo just makes note of all the exits of the house.
Does the technology kind of bother you, Echo?
Sure.
Winston,
you
grab
can
the
rub-
box. And, the robot will sort of hold out his hands. If I may?
Yeah. Chill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll sit and chat for a bit. Rory goes into the sitting room and sits next to Gurn.
Echo is floating above them, just lazily, like, spinning.
So, you're all the
Wait, where's
new
Homer?
hires.
He
I
came
was
along.
expecting to meet you till tomorrow, but I suppose this is convenient.
So, we work for the same job then? Rory asks.
I'm Cyrus Dawson, and this is Winston. We'll be working together. Yep.
Rory sighs.
What is this about guns?
That explains all the advanced technology then.
Well, Tyriad told me you were interested in filling out your arsenal a bit. The only really decent gunsmith is across the river, but I have something I want you to test out for me if you'd be willing to.
As long as it goes bang.
It should. And as he's talking, he'll take the box from Winston, set it on a table beside him, and you'll see him open it and start going through it. And as far as, I suppose Homer and Rory, you two would recognize, it looks like basically computer chips.
Huh. You don't see those anymore, usually.
Yeah, you're from a pretty modern world then?
No, well, so we had them. We don't see them anymore. They're not them. In Rory's memory, the computer chips are not as common as they used to be. But
Gotcha.
so they were common. They're not common anymore.
It's more Cyrus asking, as far as
okay.
where you're from.
So, well, yeah, I guess modern is a way to explain that.
Well, guess it's all relative. Can't really apply that across the board.
That's what was in the box, computer chips.
In a sense, they're a bit enhanced. It's a mix of technology and the arcane. He'll hold one up, kind of turning it in his hand, and then with the arm of his chair, he'll touch it, and you'll see a sort of wave of blue electricity running through it. And he'll kind of give a satisfied nod and put it back in the box.
Rory stares. That's like technomancy.
Something like that. Winston here's the magic guy. I know computers. I'm still catching up on, well, everything else, I suppose.
Rory stares at Winston and looks at Cyrus and back at Winston. Winston, are you a technomancer?
Technically I'm a wizard.
So you don't do magical technology things?
Combined we do magical technology things. But on my own I specialize more in the arcane specifically.
It's like Rory just mutters above. So forbidden magic exists here too. Interesting.
Well, not forbidden, in a sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just making notes for myself in my head. It's easier for me to remember.
After a second of going through the box, Cyrus will turn back to you. So how the hell did you all end up picking this job up?
We found it on the job board?
To be fair, we were trying to do as many jobs as we can so that we could get some sort of money. Rory sheepishly replies.
You'll see him raise an eyebrow a bit. None of y'all had anything on you when you came in, or...?
Rory, can I roll a deception check?
Sure. Sorry, 1 second. I'm looking something up. What are you saying, Rory?
Oh, I did have money. I got robbed before I got sent to this world. Rory kind of embarrassedly says.
Huh, sorry to hear that. I mean, always good to be getting to work, but just wondering if he had forgotten.
I have my own money in my world, but
Ah, so he did forget.
Wait, who forgot what now?
Well, we have an exchange system. I mean, we've had a lot of people come in with a lot of different coin from all different sorts of places. Some things that wouldn't really qualify as coin, but you know. Tyriad was soup. supposed to let you know about that. So that you can actually use your money. But I suppose I can get in touch with Emus myself and have her stop by.
Rory kind of just stares blankly for a second. And then exclaims, "Wait, we have money? Then?"
Y'all exchange these. He kind of holds up some packets of water from his pocket.
He'll kind of look at it a bit skeptically for a second and then give a shrug. I don't know, man. Emus is a weird one. She might.
Rory looks to Echo. "Echo, you said you had money. That means you actually have money."
Yes, I do.
Then we're not broke.
And we
Rory,
get to the shooting part of things.
Rory starts to tear up. "We're not gonna totally be broke.
even if that was... Even if we did, we would be fine.
It's just reassuring that we have something at least."
I'm not gonna let us go through. Well, we ain't gonna starve.
Wouldn't be the first time for me.
Also wouldn't
Nor
be the
me.
first time for me either.
He gives you a sympathetic glance.
I guess that's another thing we all had in common then. Rory sheepishly rubs his arms.
So, what are all your names?
Rory Bonito. Nice to meet you, sir. And, sir.
Winston will go, nice to meet you as well. Sorry,
Homer
give a
Bum.
nod.
He enunciates the bum very clearly, like Homer Bum. And then he says, "Don't forget the bum. It's integral to who I am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Very well. Pleasure's all ours.
Echo.
Nice to meet you.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure, what's your insight?
Rory thought he heard something before Echo said her name. Never mind.
Dice don't like you tonight, man.
I rolled nice and then I rolled bad. Jeez. Rory stared at Echo and then shrugged it off.
She's
Gurn,
sheepishly looking away.
Gurn, when you introduce yourself, he'll give you a nod. I take it you're the gunslinger then.
I've been called that.
How do you feel about experimental stuff?
Does it go boom?
Should do. I suppose that depends on you, though. And he'll give a bit of a nod to Winston, and Winston will walk off out of the room. We've been working on developing something. It'll need testing. Might not be perfect. Might backfire a little bit. Not sure. Can't guarantee anything. But if you want to give it a go, could be useful. Unfortunately, I can't offer you too much. I can always put in a special order if there's anything you want specifically. The main gunsmith is across the river, and as far as I know, Tyriad's working on getting you all clearance, but it's a bit tricky right now, so... And after a minute or two, Winston will return with what looks more or less like a gun in hand. It looks like a pistol, kind of larger size pistol, with a large slot on the top, as if something should slot into it. And he'll hand it to Cyrus, who will sort of look it over and then hand it off to you. This is our newest creation. Call it the Flask Lock. You put potions in it, and it shoots them. At least that's the idea.
Like these?
Yep,
Rory
those will work.
Rory looks over. Wait, hold on. Gurn, I mean, I know that they gave us those potions to test, but can we just use them as ammo? Would that count? Is that safe?
That's not my problem.
Rory raises a finger to object, but can't think of anything.
Cyrus kind of gives a slight chuckle. Well, if you want it, it's yours. Just whenever you use it, let me know how it works, and if it needs any tweaking, we can do that for you.
Should I test it now?
Preferably not in my house.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe outside?
Maybe save it for on the job. Or in the arena.
Well, if anything, it does
Is it-
kill two birds with one stone, Gurn. So,
Does it just shoot potions?
Yes. I've been working on a dual function, but getting them both to work has been, well, firearms aren't exactly my forte, you know.
Is there anyone that can teach me to make the potions?
To make potions?
Or explosives? Fire? Anything that goes boom?
He'll give a bit of a chuckle. Well, funnily enough, I think all of that might be covered by one of our other coworkers. You'll be meeting her soon enough.
She's not the
Rory.
one that gave me these.
I don't know where you got those, but I can't imagine they were from Momo.
Some lady named Clover.
you mean oregano, Gurn?
It's green and
Oregano's a
leafy.
fun one. Smart kid. Bit explosive. If those are from her, I'd be extra careful who you point the gun at.
I'm just gonna jot this down so that we know that.
What are the
Gurn
odds of
has-
it going wrong?
On the guns end or the potions end?
Yes.
Potions, I don't know. Can't tell you. You'd have to ask her. gun's end, I would say I wouldn't want to be holding it if it jams, but I've done my best to make sure that it won't.
Rory writes down Gurn has potion launcher in his notebook. And puts it back in his
All
pocket.
right.
I
Not
will get you
necessarily
the
boom I was expecting, but
I will get you the
be
exact
fun.
stats for that after this session, Alex.
Yep.
As far as other guns, once again, Jolie doesn't work this side of the river, but I can put in an order for you if you'd like. So if there's something you want, let me know. Anything longer range, anything heavier, you know, you name it, she can do it, so.
Oh man, that's another person we gotta meet on the other side of the river then. There are a lot of things we need to go on the other side of the river. Rory just kind of chuckles to
suppose I'll
himself.
need money for that.
Well, we could always write it off as a work expense, I imagine.
That sounds like a great idea.
Huh.
Then I suppose technically both.
Something long range and something heavier.
I suppose something long range and then something that goes boom, but a bigger boom.
I'll ask her about it.
So I would have to figure out how to make the ammo. Sure, it ain't that hard.
Something you could talk to Joe about once we get you over there.
Is that all you had to share with us, Cyrus?
More or less. If there's anything else you guys would like to talk about, I mean, I've got all night, but you're also welcome to get going. It is pretty late, so.
I don't have a question right now, but if I have questions later, may I come see you and ask them?
You can stop by whenever you want, kid.
Do you guys want to go back to finish the job then, or?
Well, who technically pays us?
That's
The
a good
cat.
question. The cat
Kimber will give
does.
you the rest of your payment, but and he'll go through his cloak, pull out a couple coins. Here, consider this a tip. Nice to make y'all's acquaintances, and looking forward to be working with you. And he'll hand you each 2 gold apiece.
Oh shit.
Thank you, sir.
Homer Bum nods his thanks.
Well, thank you, darling.
Homerbum pipes up. He kind of strikes a friendly-looking, kind of performative-looking pose. He blinks his long. Well, I don't know if he has long lashes. He blinks his eyelashes at the host, and he's like, "Well, this has been such a lovely conversation. You're such gracious hopes. Perhaps before I go," he kind of looks in the ceiling at the ceiling and tucks his hair behind his ears. He's also an old man, so this looks pretty silly for an old man to do. And he asks, "Oh, but you've been such gracious hosts. Perhaps before I go, would you have anything to drink by chance?"
He'll give the Winston a nod, and Winston will walk off again. And a second later, he'll come back with a bottle of clear liquid. Yeah, take it. Don't let him
Dude.
see you. Don't let him see you drinking it in the old ward, though. They have a weird thing about that shit here.
Homerbum nods emphatically and gives the host a cracksome smile. "Thank you. I really appreciate this." He's being genuine now.
Well, anything else?
That's
I,
it for me. I got what I wanted.
I guess that's it. So,
Let's go.
Take care then. Get home safe.
so we leave or walked out, right?
Winston will kind of walk you to the door and kind of give you all a wave as you head off. Have a good night then.
Goodbye, sirs.
Take it easy.
Did anyone feel like that was awkward, or was it just me?
Yes.
Only
Okay.
awkward because this shit ain't working. He gestures to the bottle.
Rory looks at Homerbum and goes, haven't you been drinking all day? What do you mean it's not working?
I fucking have been drinking all day. I don't. Could I roll something to see if he's starting to put it together with the like meds he's taking and stuff?
You could either do. I mean, I feel like part of it that's up to you. If you feel like he would be by now, as a character, that's your call. You could also probably do either an insight or investigation check.
I think I'm gonna do an insight. He's kind of, Homerbum's kind of smooth brain, so I'll do a roll. Ooh.
Probably start piecing it together now, yeah. Or at least as a possibility.
He continues to say, "Oh, wait a minute. Oh my, are you fucking kidding me? It's the meds. God damn it." He kind of slaps himself with his free hand on his face. "I took a whole bottle of this shit. It's the fucking meds. That's why."
Wait, what?
The meds.
You're saying that bottle of medicine that you took earlier today in the morning, that you were warned not to take the entire bottle of, because you've been drinking alcohol nonstop all day. I just thought you'd had a really good system in your body.
I do, but not like this, man. God damn it. Ugh.
Echo looks like she's thoughtful. I wonder if it works against... I don't know what roofies would be called, but she'd probably say the equivalent of that.
That's Not gonna lie, that's kind of impressive. But all day. Ooh, your liver's gonna hate you tomorrow.
Ugh, tomorrow? It's been hating me since I was. And then he kind of trails off.
Well, if anything else, we could go back to the bar, to get the payment, but I am also getting tired.
I will point out at this point it's probably getting close to like 10 p.m. and it is like a 2 or 3 hour walk back to the bar.
Homer Bum.
Personally, go ahead.
Homer Bum looks down at his bottle of alcohol and if I need to go out, I'll go out on my own. I think I'll be set. Fucking hopefully.
I kind of do want to take a bath. I've been in sweaty clothes all day. Rory kind of just sniffs his clothes to see if they smell. They kind of do.
I think some good old relaxation would do us all some good.
So maybe we should just go back home, and then get our payment tomorrow, right?
Yes, let's do that.
Off to home we go then. So we're in the house now, right?
Yeah, it doesn't take you that long. Probably like half an hour or so, 45 minutes.
The bed.
Oh my god, the bed. Oh right, that's in the hall. If anyone does anyone want to use the bathroom now? Can I go take a bath?
Go ahead, Rory.
Rory immediately rushes to the bathroom, takes off his clothes and heads into the bathtub, and tries to just relax his body after everything today. So he's just laying in the tub right now.
You guys did walk like probably the equivalent of like fucking 20 miles or some shit, at least.
When you said every single time was two hours, I'm like, oh god damn, that's a lot of walking.
That's a lot of walking.
Yo,
I mean,
Rory ran for 2 hours straight. Come on.
Damn.
The whole map is about 10 miles from top to bottom, so like...
I can't even. That made me tired thinking about it.
Yep.
Oh.
Alright, well, you guys can all rest up, and we'll leave it there for tonight.
Whee!
Ooh. Ooh, does that mean I fall asleep in the tub? Or are we just continue from here?
In the tub again.
It happened once, it could happen twice.
Gurn falls asleep with a gun.
Yeah.
Are you cradling it like a new baby?
No.
I don't know, some people do that. They hug their gun to sleep.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay! You can hug your gun to sleep.
Echo's doing the singing thing.
Homer Bum will fall asleep after chugging the whole bottle and piss himself on the couch throughout the night.
Oh, not
Okay.
the pissing on the couch.
Yep.
Oh no.
Good session, y'all.
Game, guys. You guys got some jobs. You guys already knocked one of the books off the list.
I literally did not even put two and two together that was the same person. I just saw the name, like maybe, just maybe.
I was so waiting for you to just leave without noticing that person was there.
I literally took a gamble on it though. I was like, that's probably not, but because like, what are the chances?
I like to think that even if Gurn saw the list, he immediately forgot it.
Yep. It's like, yeah, those are some names.
I seriously am thinking it's gonna become a running thing where Roy just doesn't know where Gurn is, and Gurn is just right there. half the
Just
time.
right behind him.
No,
It's literally the office
Eventually
meme.
he'll notice. Eventually he'll notice, right? Right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Is so I noticed on the list of books there's a character named Astro Quill. Is that gonna be your persona?
Maybe.
I fucking know it.
Oh, isn't that the person who owns the inn?
Yep.
Ooh. I do think it's funny that like Echo noticed that Tyrion was on the list. I didn't even put two and two together when I saw that.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, look, someone has the same name as our boss.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
like
that
the mix.
that book that Astro has is the book that Quill wrote in our other campaign.
Oh shit! What?
The layers. Yep.
Dude, the fourth walling.
Yep.
I like
think-
the mixture of fantasy and modernism.
It's so good.
It really is.
Echo
Also,
got to
the-
flirt. Sorry.
Yep.
I love and hate that every time I want to insight check, it's like, nah, Roy's gonna be naive right now.
Rory is
Or at least
not paying
feign the
attention.
naivete right now. Because goddamn, every single time, like, I wanted to set it up so that he's actually like feigning it. I'm like, nope, he's actually
It's
not picking it
genuine.
up. Okay, that's great. I
I-
guess.
I feel like there's so much going on, and you're still so like new to all of this. Like it's fair to not really be like paying attention and picking up on all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It. I just like it because it unintentionally goes with what I wanted to do. But it's like, okay, the game's literally letting me do it this way. That's fine.
I kind of like the little conflicts that is going on between Homer Bum and the rest of the party.
Yeah, oh my god, did you guys catch that like Homer Bum was stealing other people's drinks and then got mad at
Yup.
Gurn for just taking them out?
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was gonna be brought up differently, but like the fact that like it happened, I didn't think it was gonna happen right then and there. That was gonna come up later.
Yeah. Oh man, I love playing a hypocrite.
I realized I don't know if I can roll privately from the like the app.
Oh, I don't know if you can.
So yeah, every fucking sleight of hand roll is gonna be public.
I mean, if you want me to roll it for you at some point, I can. Just ping me.
Oh, that's true. You could just ask. You could just PM the dungeon master sometimes to do
PM
private
the
ones.
DM.
Yeah. Oh. That was unintentional. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Gotta slide into DM's DMs.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I got a little soup date with my wee. Be seeing y'all next week.
Have fun with your
Yep.
soup. Are we good for next week?
Oh, wait. What's next week?
No.
believe we're
I
skipping
actually
next
am
week.
not.
Yeah.
That's my dad's birthday. Remember, guys?
Tell him to stop having birthdays.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Sparksy, that's.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yep.
Not in that way.
could.
Not in that way.
I was gonna say like I could, but like that's kind of unfortunate if I say that. Goddamn.
Ooh.
Wrong phrasing. Wrong phrasing.
I know what you mean, though. Like, I get what you mean. I'm just, you know.
Just delay the celebration.
For D&D.
I'd do it.
I'd do it.
I'm actually off that entire week, by the way.
My birthday's
because-
gonna be a D&D day.
You?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Reconvene on the
Belly.
27th.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's gone.
He's fucking dead.
I am actually enjoying this a lot more because even though my rolls suck, it actually works with what I want to do.
It's okay. You're already being way more suspicious than any party I've seen.
The thing is, it's supposed to play into my character's like natural paranoia / deception roll, but I keep rolling low, which still works out because of what he's doing. It's just like, damn, I can't show off that he's being this suspicious
Yeah.
about stuff.
I'm pretty sure collectively we made more insight checks this session than the other campaign has made in 1 year.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a group of people who instinctively did not trust each other the minute they all saw each other. So, I just like the dynamic, but I also do appreciate what Felly's doing with Homer Bum, though. It's like naturally putting in the conflict. But I also like that there's been ongoing trends with what's going on.
I don't know what you're talking about. I totally don't have to figure out what I can pickpocket from Rory.
I've literally noticed you stole something every single session so far. But I have to like not pay attention to it because Rory's not picked up on that yet.
Yeah, Timber saw that y'all worked for the real department and was like, this'll be funny.
I like that everyone notices it and they don't say anything. It feeds the paranoia of our characters.
What are you talking about? Karen totally said something that made no sense, but
I like how two people notice something, they're like, they choose to be quiet.
Yep.
I was waiting for Echo to be insulted after Gurn being like, yeah, I don't know why he's interested.
I thought at one point...
I was insulted, actually. I just didn't voice it. I think it might have just, I didn't have enough time to voice it, or I don't know what happened, but yeah. I was like, are you serious?
I thought at this point it was gonna be like, because you timed that saying when you were looking at the pin, so I thought Echo was totally gonna outburst, and then I was just gonna say I thought he was talking about the pin. But
yeah,
you didn't work out that way.
Yeah,
so...
I don't know if people were just talking and I didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, it might have worked out that way. I'm like,
Just do what Gurn does and interrupt all the time.
Yeah, because clearly some characters don't realize he's there and spook him every single time. Clearly.
Gurn also has shit charisma, so he would just interrupt people.
That does track.
I do like to think that, like, Echo, like, kind of scowls at Gurn, opens her mouth to say something, and that's when the waitress shows up with the wine.
that's probably what happened.
Also, the waitress showed up with wine, and I was waiting for someone to ask who gave us wine, but no one did it, and I'm like, I can't keep asking this. It's gonna make Rory seem suspicious. That he's wondering where all this free shit's coming from.
I mean, I think both Homer and Gurn are of the idea of who cares, a free drink's a free drink.
Fair enough.
I think Echo is a little bit too preoccupied with
Mr. Sexy Tabaxi over there.
Yeah.
Were you undressing him with your eyes?
Yeah.
Oh my kunai. Okay. That's funny.
I was hoping to snoop in on the package though.
You couldn't. You could not.
I actually was thinking there was gonna be a conflict. I literally set up that like as long as whoever's holding it can make the decision, and I thought you were gonna go yoink at one point.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Staffy.
I was like, he's been stealing something all game, like every session. I thought you were gonna try to steal it at one point.
No, that's actually why I kept myself 15 like feet up.
Yep.
So he can't jump up for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta show off the literally one magical thing that Gurn can do.
What?
He was gonna cut open the package, look at it, and then cast bending to reseal it.
I forgot that you know mending.
Yep,
Why do you
it's
know mending?
literally
God.
the only magical. The one of the kobold feats
Oh,
or
right.
kobold passives.
Huh.
Yeah,
You
she
didn't
don't
even
know
know
that.
that.
She's just
Because of I think it's a kobold thing of like draconic ancestry or something like that. I had my choice of one cantrip.
The fact that you kept hinting that it is going to be really easy, and my head was like, "But we don't have tape here. There's no way we can we could retape that."
Yep.
But I was totally willing to let, if you decide to steal it, I was just gonna let it slide because I set that up. That like, as long as someone's holding it, they get to decide what happens to it. But Sparksy picked up on that. She's like, "That's why I'm holding
Yep.
it." But I was like, "He'll take it. He'll take it. He'll try to steal it. It'll be fine." Nope, nothing. Sometimes I think Felly is trying to set something up too. So I'm like, can we banter off this? Maybe.
Oh, I love the chemistry between the characters, man. It's so good.
So good.
Oh.
Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah, fun side effect of the drugs that he is taking. Well,
So that is the reason why he's not
Yep.
getting drunk at all.
Yep. You don't experience withdrawals or for that matter hangovers. However, you also can't get high or drunk, really. So
That does also, and the fact that Felly's also playing into that he's getting more agitated.
Yep.
Because he's not.
So that's gonna piss him off.
Yep. It's a double-edged sword, baby.
So like the fact that Felly is being consistent with that too is actually kind of great.
Yeah,
He plays Homer really well.
very well.
Homer's got a little mouse now.
So cute.
Every time Sparksy
Nope.
said "aw," I kept thinking, is Echo noticing or is Sparksy just saying, "Aw,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cute"?
No, it's me.
Okay.
No one questioning Gurn on not going into a building full of books.
Well, I mean,
To be fair, Roy was not paying attention at all. That building literally impressed him so much.
the way it played out was she didn't realize that he wasn't there.
She literally went Gurn and then looked around. Gurn, where are you?
Yeah.
Like,
Basically a library the size of like the Natural History Museum in New York City.
mm-hmm.
And Gurn was like, "Fuck that."
Yep.
You literally was like, nope, bye. You did the Simpsons. Nope, bye, and I'm leaving. I thought it was great. I imagined when we walked in, because like I imagined Rory walked in and just stood there, and Echo was expecting him to be up there. No, he's still standing there still. And
Yeah.
Echo's like, okay, I got this. I got this.
You guys met two of your coworkers?
That was that intended for tonight, by the way?
If you guys had gone with that job, yeah.
Okay. I liked that Sparksy pointed out that two of the jobs seem very passive,
Mhm.
meaning that we have to like they won't be done in one moment. Well, now we'll never know what to do with the rats if we ever get.
I just want to know if they're normal rats or like big rats.
I was actually expecting us to run into giant rats because Echo mentioned, oh, it's near nighttime, and I don't want to do that. And meaning maybe she figured rats get bigger at night, and because we made a big deal about like we have to bring the bodies, and then there would become a gag of like we can't carry these; they're big.
ROUSs.
Yes.
Or the other thing was I imagined that we were doing this, and then Gurn would just tie the rats to his belt
Yeah.
and then just walk around, and no one would question it because a cobalt with a rat belt, like no one's gonna question that.
In the solar court, you'd get so many just looks of just like, what the fuck?
Dude, he already doesn't have a shirt on. Like what?
No.
No
I
one's
imagine,
questioned it. Literally, no one we encountered questioned it.
Yeah. I imagine as you guys have been walking, you have been getting like the weird looks of just like, what? Just like the stares. But like, no one's gonna be rude. Like y'all just you're just walking.
Yeah, we got someone who looks like. We have a kid who looks like a goth,
Mall goth.
whatever. Then we have like Homer
Old
bum,
man.
looking like a bum. We have Echo, who's a floating tabaxi. And we have a
Yeah,
shirtless
sure.
kobold. Like, what about that group looks normal?
Right, they're staring, but which part are they staring
Right.
at?
Who did they stare at?
Just pick your favorite and go.
I do like to think that all like because of all of my passives, Gurn is fully aware of all the stairs and everything,
Yep.
and just does not care.
No.
What are your passives, by the way, Alex? So,
Both passive perception and passive insight are 15s.
okay. Oh, I noticed you and you. Okay, so I noticed there's a new Woodsbury tab called Echo's Music Box.
Mhm.
Is that literally for Echo later?
Yeah.
It's the songs that I sing if I sing. So
Oh, okay.
I did like the interaction of Cyrus being like, "Oh, I was just wondering if he forgot," and then Echo being like, "I have money from my world," and he's like, "Oh, so he forgot."
Gurn has one coin.
One singular coin.
If I remember
He has
correctly,
his lucky coin, and that's it.
I do have 10 gold pieces, but Roy's trying to hide that completely at this point.
So that is, again, that'll be you. So whatever you have right now is currency from your world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you are to exchange it with Emis when she comes to visit you, it will be the equivalent of 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
As of right now, it's not usable in its
Yeah.
but
So it's whatever equates to 10 gold pieces.
yeah,
I'll think of something. He's hiding money, I just want to establish that he is hiding money.
yeah.
And no one else knows. So
No, it's funny because you said that like you had Rory say like, "Oh, I don't have anything," and I literally like double checked your character sheet. Like, no, yeah, he's lying. Okay,
Gurn actually doesn't have anything.
no.
I'm surprised Echo doesn't have as much as those two.
what do you mean?
She only has 5.
Oh,
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, so how much does Homer have? Does
Well,
he actually
she-
just have water?
She had 5 before the 2 today.
Oh, so she has 7 now.
Yeah.
Gurn has the equivalent of 1 silver. And Quill and I have established that it's just a singular coin that Gurn refers to as his lucky coin,
Oh, that's nice.
but it's just like a normal quarter.
It's just a quarter.
A normal quota. I mean, that works out. That makes sense. I just need, like, at one point I'm like, I don't have enough things that Rory is lying about. I need to have something he could be lying about.
Ugh.
There's too many things that like he's saying, but I'm like, that's not exactly a lie. At least that's not established yet to be a lie. So I'm like, the money would actually be a decent thing to lie about for now.
Yeah. I need
I'm actually really excited though for
close
what's
my
coming up.
notes.
I don't know what's coming up, but I'm just excited. I like the interaction between all the characters.
Oh, it's so good. It's like literally my favorite.
I can't wait. But you like Sparksy, you get what I mean though when I say like my roles in D&D are sucky.
Yeah,
Like
I see
it makes
it.
sense now, right?
I do see it.
I mean, I'm not kidding. I get the occasional high roll, and then it just, damn, every single time.
Yeah.
Like every single time I want to do something, like nope, nah, it's not happening tonight.
Mm-mm. I so fucking love the bed out in the hallway now.
How did you move that? I thought that was a drawing.
It was a
It's a
unseen
map
servant.
in Incarnate, so I
Oh.
edited it in that and then uploaded the new picture.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, damn, you moved the drawing.
Yeah. I need to give you the files to Echo's thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that
forgot.
actually.
I forgot. No,
Ooh,
no,
are we gonna
keep going.
are we gonna hear you Echo sing soon?
I mean, if anybody listens in, she will. Like,
Well,
or I will, I should say.
Rory's currently in the bathtub sleeping, so
Yeah, so like anybody says they're listening in, I will sing. But that's about it.
No, Gurn's obsessed with his new gun.
Yep.
I feel like Homer and Gurn just go to sleep immediately half the time though when we're at home.
Yeah.
Well, the
Which is
past two times
fine.
we've gotten home, it's been like late.
Fair enough. You know what? Yeah. Or it's been a long day. Eventually.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised you guys didn't ask Cyrus and Winston more questions.
I wanted to, but I also don't want to be the only one asking questions.
That's fair.
So I'm trying to like again not make Rory seem too like out there
Mhm.
because there's already terminology that like because I know Echo keeps picking up on it that Rory knows terminology that none of them know, but I'm like she hasn't picked up on why yet.
She was
Besides
more
the fact that
weirded
like
out. by the
yeah, the
robot.
fact that we're all just from like a version of Earth, I guess. Is that what I? Is that okay? Is that actually like coincidental at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people in the city probably are from some version of Earth.
Ah.
I mean, there are a lot of people who aren't and who are just genuinely from like some weird like whatever. Like Tyriad's from
Okay.
Faerun. There's a couple people from different versions of the D&D universe. So among other universes as well. So,
Okay.
but Earth
I
is a
thought
common
like
one.
I thought you were setting it up so that all the party will figure that out at one point.
I mean, it is a cool little like detail.
It is a very cool detail.
It was very nice. So I was just like, ooh.
Do you think they're in
Is
the
that like
same?
part of the,
Sorry. Do you think they're in the same timeline? Or nah?
I was assuming that they're all they while they don't think they are in the same timeline. That's what I was assuming. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was trying like because I said it's a alternative Earth, but but I kind of like the idea that it's actually just Earth way ahead.
Yeah.
Like Earth got destroyed and then rebuilt and then destroyed again. So
the year that she would have been there in 1888, because apparently
wait,
that's
what?
yeah, she would have been in London in 1888.
Oh.
Victorian era.
Yeah,
Cat
because
lady.
between August and November 1888 was the scene of Jack, like basically Jack the
At the
Ripper.
river.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so
So
I thought at one point that the person you're talking about, like she was talking earlier, was someone like that. But I'm like, no, maybe it's just coincidental.
Nope.
nope,
Literally Jack
it's
the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
Oh, so it is actually the person you're
Yeah.
referencing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, there's no way that it is, because I'm like, but it's cool if it is. And then we started mentioning timelines. I'm like, maybe it is. Like time periods, because you mentioned stuff. What's fun is trying to play off everyone's time, I guess, time period.
Yeah, because like Homer's from like sci-fi future. Echo's from
Yeah.
Victorian times. Gurn's, I guess, sort of from like the Wild West. Sort of.
Oh, I thought Gurn was from post-apocalypse at one point.
Kind of is.
It's kind of a mix of both.
That would still work either way.
Gurn's the only one who is questionably not from a version of Earth, but like he could be. It's kind of ambiguous, I guess.
Gurn doesn't know.
Right.
He's from a version that if it is Earth, he wouldn't have heard anyone ever call it that.
That makes sense. But that's why I was thinking post-apocalypse, because maybe he actually doesn't know. And I was trying to hint at that, like, Rory's from Earth, but they don't call it that anymore.
Right.
So that could either be way farther than Homer Bum's timeline, or it could be before. It's
I think
just
Homer's in an alternate timeline where he's technically in the like 2050s, but things have gone very, very badly.
yeah. Terra is the second Earth because the first one is gone.
Gotcha.
And that's why there's so much magic stuff, because when the apocalypse happened, magic unlocked for everybody.
Cool.
So a lot of stuff that Rory's remembering, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to mention this, but a lot of stuff Rory's remembering is stuff he read in books.
Right.
And that's why he likes libraries, because that's where information is about the old world.
The library in Woodsbury is cool because it's got books from all over the like multiverse.
So like, it wouldn't be consistent, but it's consistent, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's harder to organize it by like fiction and nonfiction
Oh, you're right.
because a lot of what would be fiction on one planet is very much not on another, and vice versa.
I like how no one mentioned Homer Bum bringing in a map of, was it Minnesota?
Yeah,
It's like no one heard of it because we all reacted to London.
yeah.
Nothing about Minnesota. Like, damn. I
Rory
guess
said what
Minnesota's not a place.
Canada at some point in like the first
Yeah.
session, I think.
Yeah, so Rory mentioned Canada, and
Good.
that one, that just, nothing. I was like, okay, that works.
Sure.
If no one knows, no one knows. But everyone reacting to London, I'm like, oh,
London's
Well, that's-
universal.
London is universal. Oh, that's crazy. Godzilla and Miku are both going to be in Fortnite this week.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Godzilla
What a
is in the
duo.
Battle Pass, and Miku is the Fortnite Festival
Huh.
Pass person. Miku's emo is the Eye of Von Polka. You know, the one where she spins those leaks.
All right.
Okay,
Making
I gotta
call
go to
out for
bed.
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Good night,
It's
everybody.
about midnight.
Good night.
Good
Bye,
night,
stream.
Yeah, I
guys.
just
Night.
realized
Bye, stream.